hockey stream on this two-part episode of the VIG Lounge, episode 480. We're debuting a new logo, which is created by the lovely and talented artist Laura Spinelli. I will be providing her links to her amazing artwork in the pinned comment on my YouTube channel, as well as the bio for both YouTube and Twitch. So feel free to check that out. Hope you like the new look. I absolutely love it, and I'm excited to debut it today as the Penguins take on the New Jersey Devils here at PPG Paints Arena. Can the Penguins fly high, or will they be dragged down to hell by the Jersey Devil that is the Hughes brothers? Let's find out. But before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Once again, check out Laura Spinelli's artwork. It's fantastic. And with the greetings and salutations out of the way, let's jump right in to the Penguins and Devils in part one of this doubleheader. And we're underway. Devils in the opening draw. What a hit there to free up the puck. And here comes Crosby. He scores! Starting off early. New look, Sable Channel. Sidney Crosby gives the Penguins a 1-0 lead. So it started from a hit on a lost draw, and Crosby was away and made no mistake. And the Devils trail early. Pass across to Wotherspoon. Trying to get it to the... How is that icing? It bounced off the net. So far, the Penguins with the only shot on goal, and it went in. So you can't start off any better than that if you're the Penguins. Crosby wins a draw on his own zone on the bogus icing call. Rust will dump it in. Collected along the wall by Swedish Olympian Rickard Rakell. And now another Swedish Olympian picks it up in Erik Karlsson. Karlsson turning, shooting, and a save made by Jake Allen. As the Penguins are up to 3 shots on goal already in the early stages of period number 1. Highlighting the forgotten defenseman Dougie Hamilton for the Devils. I say that because they're all about Luke Hughes on D and Jack Hughes in the forward group. Shot by Rust. And Rakell with a chance. Allen hangs on to that. And they're now up to 16:58 remaining in the first period. A little over 3 minutes gone. Draw one this time in their own zone by New Jersey. Karlsson had it, lost it to the aforementioned Hughes. Deflects in. Wotherspoon with a hit. And Skinner with a nice save. Carried in again by Rickard Rakell. Rakell drifts, shoots, denied by Allen. New Jersey's got their first shot on goal with 14:40 to go in the first. Penguins up to 5 shots as we highlight Stefan Nason for some reason. Okay. I mean, he did deliver a hit. It wasn't spectacular by any means, but be that as it may, Stefan Nason, the one-time Penguin, and now really found his game in New Jersey. Another one draw by the Devils in their own zone. Brett Pesce gets knocked twice. Letang with a shot, and Allen blockered that aside. Malkin skates in. And that is an offside. Nice to know that IRL Malkin apparently is returning tonight. Playing wing on a second line, though, with Ben Kindle. And, oh, my word! Yegor Chinikov put it in practice lines, which is interesting. Maybe they'll reunite the big boy line A little later on, once Malkin gets settled again. Kulak with a bump. And right wing up to Malkin. Malkin fires! Pad save again by Allen. This time he'll hang on. As the Penguins are already up to 9 shots, and we're not even halfway through the first yet. The Devils only have a single shot on goal so far. Malkin wins that draw. Back to Letang. Off the bar and out. Kulak. Cross to Brazeau. He'll shoot. Denied by Allen. Kulak trying to stay with it. Second save now by Skinner. And a third save by Stuart Skinner as well with a shot in tight. There's Anthony Mantha. He'll fire. That shot goes wide. Puck goes all the way down to the Penguin zone for some reason. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but interesting missed pass. Brazeau got it, lost it, and then had it again. And swung one to the net, easily handled by Jake Allen. Highlighting Stuart Skinner for his first 3 saves. .928 save percentage. Very unconventional save in that stretch. Devils look to get it out. Dumped in. Collected along the wall. And pass up from Ben Kindle. Trying to get it to Chinikov, but I guess that's an icing call? But it looks like it was near the net, or unless there's an injury. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but let's see. No. Just shows a hit by Nico Hischier. Very odd calls in this game. I know I have an offensive zone draw. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Crosby wins it back to St. Ivany. St. Ivany was not able to get the shot away. Raquel regathers. Puck drifts in on Allen. Save made by Skinner. Pass in front. And regather now by Ricardo Raquel as a Let's Go Devils chant breaks out from some of these fickle fans. Huge hit along the wall as the Penguins try to dig it out. Devils come away with it. Pass in front, denied on the in-tight chance by Stuart Skinner. Here's Crosby. Looking for a second goal. It won't happen on this exchange as we're getting down to the final 3 minutes or so of the opening period. Pittsburgh with a 1-0 lead on the goal from Crosby on the Penguins' first shot. Devils are starting to come alive now and only trail the Penguins by shots and by shot total in 1. As they've had a bit of a flurry. Not the Marc-Andre variety, but a flurry nonetheless. 2:45 to go. As Blake Lizotte wins the draw for the Pens. And Nolan Chari dumps it in. As this energy line goes to work for Pittsburgh. Trying to get a pass through, blocked off. And now Letang. Carried in now by Chris Letang in the final minute. Letang with a wrister, pad save by Allen. I think aside from giving up the first shot, he's done well. Hughes jostled a bit. Puck given away. And dumped in by Achari at the end of the period. And the Penguins will carry a 1-0 lead into the first intermission. Take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 12-10 favoring the Penguins. Hits, 11-4 in favor of Pittsburgh as well. And the face-offs doubled up for New Jersey, 8-4. Only goal to speak of was at even strength. No penalties at all in this game, but the Penguins do have a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Sidney Crosby. As you see him hit the ice. And they really just like showing Devils hits for some reason. See what changes here in period 2. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this second period has in store. Crosby wins the opening draw of the second, and we're underway. Rust with a chance, denied by Allen. Rebound! Allen got that too. 30 seconds off the clock, and the Penguins had 2 great chances early. Crosby puts it back to Carlson, and he lets it go. Huge blast handled by Allen. Siegenthaler. Crossed into Donov. Or is he Dadonov with the Devils? I don't know. He keeps changing the pronunciation of his last name each time he goes to a new team. I'm going to go with Dadonov because that's what I'm used to. Nason. Had it and lost it. That's in front. I completely forgot that Dadonov went to the Devils. But it's just one of those off-season moves. Rust crashes into Hamilton after the whistle for the icing. Huge hit by Erik Karlsson. You don't see that very often, but he definitely knew how to connect there. And of course, we're going to have to fix the camera again, aren't we? Oh, give me a break. I really don't want to have to deal with this every time. It's just beyond ridiculous. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. Long drive, handled. Skinner decides to hang on. Still 1-0 Pittsburgh, out shooting New Jersey 14-11 in the early stages of the second. Passed off to Letang. Up the right side, Brazeau decides to gain the red line and dump it in. Andre Palat to Pesci. Now to Meyer. Meyer got knocked down. A couple of post hits. And a squeeze by Stuart Skinner to hang on to that one, to prevent any chance on the rebound. As we highlight the goaltending matchup, Stuart Skinner and Jake Allen. All Canadian affair in net. Another one draw for the Devils. But the Penguins come away with it. Malkin had it. Knocked off. Clogging up the neutral zone, so it's hard for both teams. Carried in now by Malkin. Malkin drifting, shooting off the crossbar. Doesn't matter, forward in! Gino Machino cashes it in the casino, and the Penguins lead 2-0. First time was not a friendly bounce, but the rebound was off the post and in. Penguins extend the lead. Novak trying to carry it in. Puck rolls in on Allen. Ben Kindle was there in case he fumbled the puck, but it was not to be on that exchange. Now highlighting Yegor Chinikov, newest Penguins edition. The less we say about Igor Zamula, the better. It was Columbus's problem now, so. And here comes Yegor Chinikov. Chinikov drifting, shooting, he scores! Chinikov with a bullet! Feeling fine with number 59 as the Penguins lead it 3-0. Carried in now by Blake Lizotte. He's in alone. Pad save by Allen. Lizotte pops out in front. This time it's knocked away by the stick. It's on the stick of Achari, and another save for Allen. 8:46 to go in period 2. Another one draw by New Jersey. Doesn't matter what I do. I just cannot seem to win a draw. Puck given away to Rust. Rust with a shot blocked before it can get there. Crosby pounces on it. Now to Raquel. Off the pad to the corner. Penguins still have it. Erik Karlsson. Devils player driving to the net. A couple of great saves by Stuart Skinner. And this will go all the way down, but it's touched by Allen, so it will not be an icing. Knocked out backhand to the net by Raquel, turned aside by Jake Allen. Raquel has it again. He'll shoot, blocked. Penguins have been able to extend the lead by a couple, but they're certainly looking for more as Kovacevic takes a hit to the ice. Carried in by Anthony Mantha. Mantha hanging on to the puck for what feels like an eternity, and a save made again by Jake Allen. Down to 4 minutes here in period 2. Well, carried in by Brett Kulak. He fires, blocked. Tommy Novak, a little shot of Novak as the Penguins have a 4-goal lead. .224 remaining. As the Penguins continue to pour it on. Kindle with a drive. Rebound. Knocked away to the corner. Apparently a Devil has a no contest zone ability. I'm going to assume it's Jack Hughes. Puck carried in now by Ben Kindle. Kindle with a drive. Rebound. Pucks in the air. Goes in. Jake Allen couldn't read that one. Ben Kindle on the board, and the Penguins lead by a fistful. I think a Devils defender kind of helped that one cross the line. So thank you for that. Carried in by Tommy Novak, who has a goal, shoots, and Allen will hold on to that one with 3.6 to go in the second. Pittsburgh now with a 5-0 lead. They've really opened things up here in the second period. putting up 4 goals off the sticks of 4 different goal scorers. And it's actually 5 different goal scorers when you count Crosby's goal in the first. That is amazing. Going into the second intermission, the Penguins have a lot to smile about. 5-0 after 2. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 27-14 in favor of the Penguins. Hits, 24-11, favoring Pittsburgh as well. Face-offs, we don't need to talk about that as the Devils have a clear advantage there. No penalties to speak of as of yet, but you've got to think the Devils are going to get frustrated being down so much. Now with the third period on the horizon, 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Third period action coming at you next on the VIG Lounge. And the Devils win the opening draw here in period number 3. Shot blocked. Stuart Skinner has it. Beats it up to Crosby. Crosby drifting. Shooting in that pad. Or is padded away, rather, by the Devils netminder, who I think is still Jake Allen at present. Maybe one more goal will chase him away. Collected now, shot by Raquel, and Allen is indeed in net. Makes the save with a little over 2 minutes off the clock. As we highlight Stuart Skinner, who hasn't maybe been the busiest, but he's certainly made the saves he's had to when called upon. I don't think I've heard that one before. Condiments! Get your condiments! Puck deflects all the way into the Devils zone. Penguins trying to keep it in the Devils zone, and they will do just that. Carlson trying to cut to the net, but he's interfered with. Not in a penalty way, but puck knocked off his stick. As we highlighted Kenny Malkin. He's had multiple shots tonight, and one of them has gone in. The weird post, rebound, post and in. There's Malkin right there. Look at this. And show it already. Come on. Ping! "23 goals on the year for Gino. 16:27 to go. Here in the final frame of regulation, just in case. Devils trying to mount a comeback there. Nice save by Skinner to shut that down. And Malkin carries in again for the Pens. Allen makes a save on that. Nearly 5 minutes gone here in the third, as the Penguins look to extend the lead. Kenny Malkin lost the draw. Delivers a big hit, though. Everybody on this line is enormous and can certainly hit some bodies. That shot deflects wide. I don't know if Skinner got a piece of that or it just went to the corner. Either way, Malkin's in again, and a pad save this time by Allen. Good knockdown. Brett Kulak. Send it up to Tommy Novak. Long drive, handled. As there will be no rebound as Jake Allen swallows that. As St. Ivan, you let it go from the blue line. Or from the point, I should say. Chinikov had it, then got knocked down. But carried in this time by Tommy Novak. Novak drifts, shoots, he's got it second! Number 18 has got another goal. Novak just spins into the right wing circle, cuts a bit to the middle, and puts it past Allen for a 6-0 lead. And it sounds like we will have a goaltending change for the Devils. See if that is Jacob Markstrom or somebody else. Carried in by Crosby. Test this new Devils netminder. Scores! 87 heaven! First shot on Allen, first shot on the backup, and Crosby's got a goal for both. And that is not Jacob Markstrom. It looks like that's a number 39 from what I saw, or at least has A9 in the number. Crosby wins the draw. Rust with a shot, denied. Up front. Rust with a chance, denied. And the puck goes to the corner. Drew Skinner apparently got an assist on the Crosby goal. There goes my streak for multiple different goal scorers, but that's okay. Novak's got 2. Crosby's got 2. Crosby looking for 3. Russ now trying to get on the score sheet. That goes wide. Passed out in front, and Brennan, the Devils netminder on the backup. There's the Penguins' upcoming schedule, which I will certainly have for you, as we've got some back-to-backs on the weekend for Pittsburgh and Vegas. I'm going to do one of those a little early, so here's hoping I don't get any more player injuries. That always seems to happen to me when I play a game early, but got some plans with Dawson this weekend, so I want to make sure I get those games in tomorrow night. Malkin, drifting, shooting, scores! The multi-goal party just gave Malkin, and the Penguins have an 8-0 lead. .405 remaining here in the third. Pass across to Carlson. Trying to get it up, but it goes to be icing as Hamilton touches up. Pittsburgh now up to 42 shots and 8 goals, and have chased Jake Allen here in the early stages of the third. For this random goaltender with the last name Brennan. I have no idea who that guy is. So Jacob Markstrom's either hurt or traded, I guess, in this playthrough for New Jersey. Long drive handled by Skinner. Malkin looking for the hat trick. Not going to happen on this exchange. Back to the blue line. Carlson lets it go. That shot goes high and wide. Brazeau has it. We're down to the final minute here of the third. This game is not in doubt. Pad save by Skinner. Here comes Malkin. Looking for the hat trick. See if he can get it here. No! Pad save by Brennan. There's Chinikov looking for the 2-goal party, and Brennan says, Looking at Evgeny Dadonov. What did he do? A hit? Yep. showing some of the frustration on the Devils bench, as it has been all Pittsburgh with shots and with goals. With 10 on the blast, kicked in by Novak. He's got 2. Or no, excuse me, this is the hat trick. Tommy Novak, the most unlikely of the multi-goal scorers, going to hat trick, you would think. But it's from that blast from the point by Letang, kicked in by Novak. And it is a 9-0 Penguins lead. Kindle with a shot, looking for his second. Now Chinikov knocked off a stick. Novak looking for 4, why not? The Penguins in a new era for the VIG Lounge, and their first home game, I believe, of 2026, come away with a huge 9-0 win in this Metro Division matchup against the Devils. Tommy Novak with a hat trick, Malkin with 2 goals, Crosby with 2 goals, and multi-goal scorers to finish off the rest. Speaking of which, there's Sidney Crosby. Take one last look at the stats before we wrap up this first half of the doubleheader. Penguins outshoot the Devils 49-24. Hits 36-16, in favor of the Penguins. Face-offs we don't need to talk about again. Pittsburgh got at least double digits in face-offs. I can live with that. No penalties to speak of in this game whatsoever, which is very surprising as there's been a lot of hits. But what matters most, the Penguins put up 9 goals at even strength. 3 from Tommy Novak, 2 from Sidney Crosby, 2 from Evgeny Malkin, 1 from Ben Kindle, and 1 from Yegor Chinikov to join the goal-scoring party that was. Thank you all for tuning into this episode of the VIG Lounge. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. Once again, special shout out to Laura Spinelli for her excellent artwork with my logo and banner across YouTube and Twitch. And her artwork is available in the pinned comment on YouTube and the bios on YouTube and here on Twitch as well. Until next time, I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a terrific Thursday, everybody.